Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome to a stream, which always feels strange to say. We don't do much streaming on this channel. We're going to be getting into season 13 today, which will be exciting. Just to give you a brief rundown then of how this is going to work. Don't know if you've been to one of these before, but essentially we're all loaded in now on the back end of the PTR. We've initially just got to wait for the My Games people to do their part of the stream, and this is their stream. You can kind of see in the background behind me now. You'll probably, if I turn on the desktop audio, you might even get some audio from them, which we'll turn up in a minute. So, wow, they've got some interesting outfits going on there. So we've got half an hour or so of their live stream, and then we're actually going to be able to get into game ourselves, and then I think they've scheduled some 6v6 battles, so we'll be able to actually give that a go, and then we can run through things like the Battlepass, the different unit stats, fame store, unit skins, weapon skins, all the other good stuff. So we can then run through that in our own time. So we've got sort of half an hour or so, something like that, where we'll run through the community manager stream first. So we might as well turn them up a little bit so you don't get bored of listening to me. So hopefully they're going to give us a little bit of an overview of things like the Battle Pass and stuff. Oh, you can't hear them at all? I know why you can't hear them. Bear with me. I can fix that. I can fix that. I've just got to figure out how. Give me 2 seconds. Can you hear them now? Hopefully that should have changed them
in this mode.
You will not be able to command cavalry. Can you hear them now? Hopefully that should have made it. You should be able to hear them.
Battle well, but take care, as you will only resurrect twice after being struck down.
Perfect.
3 lives is
I've
all
got
you've
Chrome set up so that I can listen to music and still record.
Up to epic rarity.
There we go. Now you can hear.
So no bombards or catapults for me, which is going to make this
right. Let's listen to what's going on then.
The crowds of the Colosseum have gathered to see some glorious combat and will cherish your triumphant victory. Your entrance and victory will be marked by brand new screens to showcase your character, so dress to kill. We want to see everyone dripped out to the nines. You've got to look fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Both the audience and announcer will react during the battle, so give every fight your all and impress those crowds.
And one way to impress those crowds is with some new units.
I like the sound of that. Go on.
Let's take a look. At first, we have the Dimitriari coming with launch on September 1st.
So this is the first
now, this is a
units, the tier 3.
formidable unit. They fight with 2 swords to knock back their enemies swiftly. And what I love is that they found a way to cut down their enemies with their swords, and in the same turn, use those swords as shields for protection.
They are.
Let's take a look at their skills.
They are some dexterous fighters.
Kind of curious. They do look dangerously like berserkers.
We'll
here we go.
Hop over to the other side so you can see what the challenge
Please
is.
Don't be a tier 3 berserker.
For now, let's focus on these skills. Let's see what they got going on over here. Here's their attributes. There are 15 of them in a unit, and you will need 165 leadership to command them into battle.
Cheap.
And their traits are cut and run, which means that they take 10 less leadership during Colosseum to add to your warband. They can withdraw quickly after attacking, and they can go completely around shields and ignore block values in certain attacks. So
sort of only half like swords, ignore block.
See these little blades down here? That's serious business. That means that they can completely circumvent
What are their unit orders? What are their unit abilities?
A pretty cool thing to see. They have 2 formations, and their unit orders are Sakai Lunge, where they quickly approach with 2 swords and cannot launch 2 swipes that cannot be blocked. They just completely... Those shields don't even care. They don't care about them. Get them out of here.
No. They're not even there for them. No.
But then, after those quick strikes, they jump back and keep a distance to make sure that there's no attack of opportunity that comes out afterwards. No way. They're getting out of there once they've done those 2 attacks. But their second ability is Sakai Torrent, which is they are unable to retreat for 7 seconds. No backsies, and they charge towards the enemy, first launching a leaping attack and then quickly unleashing multiple attacks. So if you were a
it sounds a little bit like Sons of Fenrir.
Unit Sons of Fenrir, and their huge leaping charge. You're going to love this. They're putting their own spin on it.
Great minds think alike, clearly.
I am waiting to just be in battle and have them leap at me.
I sort of don't like the ignore block side of things.
I'm so excited.
I think shields in the game are so off meta at the moment. And then you put in things like ignore block. It's kind of just bypassing shields. So I'm not a huge fan of things that do ignore block. But they are only tier 3, so could be worse, I suppose.
You can progress further to get their agility doctrine, reducing damage taken in their attack and retreating animations by 10%. And then,
interesting doctrines.
Of course, that little avatar. Look at that cute little face. Does that look like the kind of monster that would ignore block?
Big prediction. I got lucky there.
That guy's adorable. I'm okay with that.
The actual ones, no, that's a little terrifying.
Yeah, slightly more unknown.
I don't know. I would have thought if you use 2, it blocks out the ability to retreat with 1. Otherwise, that would be a bit of a flaw.
The Myrmillones Warriors coming September 12th. Now, this unit is made up of massive fighters. They are just massive men.
Really love the shields.
These guys
like
have made sure they get their 3 square meals a day.
Shields. Very cool.
Square meals, square shields. These guys have got it all.
And they wield swords and shields. And what I love is that they use their shields in close formation to push back their enemies. Just like a battering ram. They just shove you out of the way. Move.
These are sons of the heartland from which the Colosseum was built. And they have earned their prestige, and they know it. Their military experience and tactics mean that they can come through and form some impressive formations, including, of course, the iconic
so it looks like a
turtle
much more
formation.
defensive unit.
They can form a shieldtron and a shield wall as well, and there are 28 of them. You'll need 235 leadership to command them into battle, and
again,
they can form a shield wall. When in formation, they increase their defense, and attacks will knock back enemies.
Okay,
for 3 seconds after they form up, they will be immune to crowd control effects, and you've got to wait 30 seconds before you can do that again. So make sure that if you see something dangerous coming your way, if you see a cavalry charge or some sort of heavy hitter,
the 3-second CC immunity.
Push them into formation.
Although shame it's not activated,
against
sort of
any
auto-triggered
oncoming onslaught for just a few seconds, and then they're back to normal. And of course, their unit order is Myrmillones Guard. They move to a designated location with their shields up, and when they make contact with the first enemy when they charge, they send them flying. They gain temporary immunity.
It's a little bit like
effect and form up at the target
advance
position.
with the stalwarts. They're moving
the same
forwards.
way as a charge. You activate the ability and point it, but they come correct. They're ready to.
And of course,
hold the line
cool.
as soon as they hit their target. So, I'm excited. These guys look so cool.
Yeah, they look.
I do like the look of them. I like the sort of gladius they have as a sword as well.
And
strong group of fighting men.
You're going to need to punch through 5 tiers of challenges to complete your Myrmillones collection. You get your 3-day contract, then you get a ton of XP medals to level them up when you get through the next stage, and then on stage 3, you get the unit themselves added to your warband.
What's the doctrine?
Then you get a morale doctrine, reducing their cooldown by 5 seconds. That would be 25 seconds off, down from 30 to 25. Numbers are hard. Those shields are even harder.
Not the greatest doctrine ever, but 5 seconds is a decent cooldown reduction.
Myrmillones avatar. Let everyone know just how seriously you rep the square shields with this cute little avatar.
A little hat.
Hey, welcome to everyone, of course, who's joining the stream. Nice to have Sim with you here.
It is so great.
New T4 looks weak. Don't know, hard to say until that's obviously without any veterancy nodes put on it, where they're looking at it here. So it's really hard to predict without seeing.
October 3rd. Now the Retiari don't need swords. They don't need who needs swords? No, they fight with tridents and javelins. And they shirk off their armor in lieu of mobility. Their tridents and javelins allow them to stop cavalry charges dead in their tracks. You don't want to get stuck near these guys.
No.
You really don't.
No. These are some serious fighters. They've, as Katie said, no armor. Winners don't duck. So these guys are in the fight for the long run. So let's take a look at them. There's 12 of them in total, with their leadership cost of 310 to command them.
48 javelins.
These are
not too bad, actually.
These are heavy hitters. Heavy hitters. We have got their ability, long shot, where they can throw heavy javelins in a straight line, penetrating through multiple enemies, greatly reducing their block. If there's some enemy unit in front of them, they're going to make surf shawarma. Do not get in the way of that. That is bad news.
They get multiple hits with one javelin.
The block of all the enemies.
That's interesting.
So even shield walls are not safe from this. And of course, Mark of Death. This unit can attack to apply the Mark of Death on an enemy unit, and an enemy unit that has been marked will deal less damage to them. So if they have a chosen foe and they pick them off, once you're marked, that fight has just got so much harder for you.
So it reduces the enemy's damage to you if you're using the Retiari.
Their first ability is a Trident Charge. They charge at the nearest enemy with their tridents and unleashing a brutal strike. Damage taken is reduced by 10% while the skill is active. And if the target has already been marked for death, they take even more damage. That's bad news.
Okay, it's
their
a
second
charge.
ability is Spearfishing, using their trident to unleash 3 attacks on a nearby enemy. And the final strike sends enemies flying.
Okay.
Again, they take reduced damage, and it applies the Mark of Death. So that's another
quite
one.
Interesting.
And
Quite
of course,
interesting.
Our favourite. We both agree that this is our favourite.
That's the greatest name.
Doom Throw.
Doom Throw.
Doom Throw. It's such a good name.
The Retiari were already serious, but this is immediately just like, we're so serious about this. Okay.
Just double down with the serious.
Why not?
We need to know what the cooldowns are of
heavy
these
javelin
abilities.
in the designated direction. Enemies hit by the javelin will get the Mark of Death. And that throw is a significant range. If you think, I'm just going to stand back, I'm not going to get stabbed by the trident, that's fine, I'm going to be okay.
You're not
safe. You fell for the classic.
So what do we think about these guys? They're obviously not
is coming for you
like a traditional javelin unit.
Escape.
They're sort of not that they're
I don't feel
a tier 5
being
melee
in the
unit
Colosseum
with
with
some
these
javelins
guys,
rather
even on
than
my
a tier
side.
5
I'm like,
specific
this is-
javelin.
oof.
I think they're going to be okay to at least decent at melee.
For an enemy, please.
Obviously have a javelin throw ability.
Understand behind them
they've got
at
stacks
all
of jav
times.
throw abilities.
But these look so cool. And
Curious to see what
the
their
first stage of
doctrines are
challenges
gonna
when they
be.
unlock in the first week of October, you'll get the contract. Then you will get XP medals to
They
level
do
them
look
up,
cool, I'll
and
grant you.
a doctrine increasing their health, which keeps them in the fight
Yeah.
even longer. Add to that,
I
more
do
XP
kind of
medals
agree
through
there,
stage
Kevin.
3 and stage 4. Of course, you get them.
Give us a
unlocked
new shield
to
unit,
add to
then
your
give us
warband
a
at
unit
your
that
leisure.
ignores
If you want to go above and
shields.
beyond, the additional stages are even more XP medals. So these guys will be powering through the levels if taken care of.
Should be the doctrine.
And
What's
you
this?
can pick up an Assault Doctrine, reducing the cooldown of Spearfishing.
Okay.
That's their 3-strike attack ability, number 2, skill 2, by 5 seconds. And then, of course,
But what's the
the
cooldown on
Retiari avatar.
spearfishing?
It's somehow the helmet makes them look
That's what we
angry
need to
even
know.
in the avatar. They look
Seem good in 1v1.
does.
Yeah, I would agree.
Even when they're small, cute little avatars, they're like, no, I'm angry.
They
Doom
can
throw,
throw
angry,
weapons.
doom
Yeah,
throw.
I think they've got some
So-
interesting potential to them.
I love that. I want to add all of these avatars to my collection. I need it.
Yeah, I think it's so. Yeah, using the javelins as like to soften the enemy and then using them in melee to get stuck in.
Those
So
are the
probably not
units that
so
we're
good in
adding to
big
our collection.
fights. Much better in those sort of 1v1 smaller fights
units are
where
one
you can
thing.
do decent
What do I get?
damage with the javelins.
Oh, but what do you get? Do you get things maybe through a battle pass to look real nice and fancy?
I'm sold. Go on.
Let's go look.
Let's go check it out.
look.
Okay, so we're on to the battle pass. So we get to see
So
the
let's
attires.
start off at tier 1 of the Battle Pass. And here it is. The Gladiator Champion attire.
I love this attire. It looks so good.
It is so cool. I'm a big fan of this. Here we are. You can see it in the Colosseum. Look at it glistening in the sun.
I do
kicking
like
up
the
sand. That is
the shoulder
exactly
pad,
what
which
you
is
wanna
like
wear
it's like
as
a
you enter
bird on the
Colosseum
shoulder.
for your first time. You want to make sure
That's
you pick
kinda
this
cool.
up before you take
gonna
your
say
first
that's
foray
kinda
into
cool.
battle. I'm feeling it. But also, this is going to be a running theme, so make the necessary adjustments. The knee.
The knee. Can we talk about the knee?
Let's talk about
I
the knee.
love that there is knee armor and the fact that it is a bird face with a beak. Could you imagine getting kneed in battle? Like someone just running up, kneeing you? You'd have a hole in your leg.
Knee armor. This is
You'd
very
be in
niche.
pain. That would be so bad. Like that would hurt. I love this little detail.
Yeah, I'm
The knee.
all over
The
it.
knee.
But there's so much detail in this. The eagle on the top of the helmet and
It's
on
not
the
my
pauldron
favourite
and
skin
on
ever.
the
I
knee.
like it.
And then we've got the
I like the
oxen
trident
horns,
more. I don't know if I
the
love
detailing
the
on the
attire.
belt buckle. You've got the eagle face.
It kind of
on
looks
the
cool. It's
lapel
not
on the
really my
brooch.
style.
There's so much going on here, and
Hey, welcome to the stream.
I'm here for it. I'm rocking some little chains
Kneeling
on my hand
mechanic.
here, so show I'm on
We
brand.
can't see the knee. How can we not see the knee?
Sensational, stunning.
I love it.
How
Of
will you
course,
survive
at level
without
1,
being
you
able to
also
see the
get
knee?
Fortune's Favour, which means you get 50% bonus glory throughout the season. So that is an investment in the season. So get that early. Get
No,
it
I
as
don't
soon
think
as you
it's,
can, because it'll pay for
I don't
itself
think it's a
with
new
all that
weapon, just a new
glory
weapon
that
skin,
you're going to be
unfortunately.
thanking yourself down the line as you're powering through the glory levels. So I'm all for it. And we've got rewards across the board when you level up.
Oh, yeah.
Including some very, very cool glory gift bags, which contain anything from epic armor schematics to bronze.
That's something different they haven't put in the Battle Pass before.
Treaties, and curios. I'm
nice to get 5 treaties out of one. That would be kind of cool.
Strike lucky with those. We've got some schematics and some silver to get you crafting and into the battlefield all the way through. Let's look at tier 20. What's here?
Okay, so we're moving along. It's all the sort of usual stuff in the Battle Pass.
I love the metallic color of it.
It's
that
so
sheen,
shiny.
That glow. It looks royal. It looks luxurious. Like it looks like I walk out and be like, yeah, I spent on this. Like this is my look.
They could have done like a Roman legionary banner.
Earned the money
I just feel like it's a slightly missed
in the Colosseum.
opportunity.
I'm going to treat myself to a gilded banner.
Could we not have like a proper Roman legionary banner with a golden eagle on the top? That'd be really rather cool. But still, it looks nice.
We'll pick up the Colosseum avatar with that glorious glow.
My face is in the way of the knee.
That glow was so nice.
Just like the Colosseum, like we said, the Colosseum wants 2 things: gold and blood.
Out of the last few seasons, I think this is probably the best Battle Pass armor.
Absolutely.
Possibly. Yeah, we can raise the volume slightly.
Powering through all these levels as you gain glory and carve your legend into the history books of the Colosseum. There's only one thing to do, and that's show off.
Yeah, it is the same sort of old Battle Pass.
I love this emote.
Is that it?
We're talking about the emote, right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Is that what you got? That's all?
The sass of this emote is exactly what I needed.
I'm so
improving massively year on year.
Sensational. Just what I needed. Just what I needed. I'm going to risk it all.
Dear.
If I survive a fight with a breath of health and I killed my opponent,
see what the,
I'm going to use this emote.
Horse armor's going to look like.
Die in the process, but it's worth it.
Probably, yeah.
It is worth it, for sure.
Yep. When that Culverin shot misses you just over the corner of your shoulder, is that it? Is that all you got?
Come on.
Yeah, I would have really liked a classic Centurion armor. That would have been very cool.
That's what we asked for.
Really, really good.
And at level 50, the Equite Barding. There's so much to unpack with this. There is so much to unpack.
It is so lovely.
Yeah. So,
do I like it?
If you've been following the
not
community
massively
recently, Katie and I have been talking about color theming, combining, mixing and matching different hero attire components
on
based
the guy's
on color.
head.
And we've really been resonating with the color blue. And this,
it might look better on something like something with a lance, something like an Armiger lance,
the wave pattern
Armiger lances or
on the saddle,
rather than a Keshic model.
The blue, the matching.
I don't really like
heads.
It's not
both
really
got the
Roman.
same blue and white color scheme on the heads. That's great.
Yeah.
The helmet matching the horses, Chamfron.
Does it have
Sensational.
sandals?
We love that.
I don't think he does even have sandals.
Matching with the broken horn.
The pauldron and the chest on the barding over here, looking.
Which is reminiscent of the Dimitriari unit.
Good, so good. I'm all over that. Yep, the
Someone likes the horse,
as well.
But not the unit.
I believe it's even on.
I would agree.
Some of the attire
later
later on as well.
Look that radically different from anything else. Really
so that will be the unit attire you can equip on any unit.
Okay, I'll just give it a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for me.
Moving on, we've got some treaties and some blades. We'll talk about blades later.
Yes.
All the way through to level 70, where you get
this is the
triumphant Leo set.
Okay.
This is lovely. This is just lovely.
There's certainly a lot going on here.
And again, the knees.
Yep, we got some detail with the faces of lions.
So there's a lot going on this horse.
The horse chest has a little lion head on it. The lion leaping off the top of the helmet.
I kind of like this one. I like it more than the last one.
We've got a shield on either side to protect your horse's flanks from unwarranted attacks.
I feel like it's
and of course, we've got to talk about the helmet.
If we were still in season 5, and this was the Byzantine season, I feel like this is.
Oh, I just saw in the center of the horse's face the person, the warrior.
I don't know if that's
the gladiator right there, just like
not very ancient Roman,
just
so
so
I
much
like
detail.
that.
So much detail.
Is so cool.
This is a truly iconic attire for your mount. That is 100% going to be pride of place in my stable. I'm all over that.
Adam says he agrees.
Oh,
Isn't
little,
Roman, but it is nice. Yeah,
lion face on the shield on the hill.
I would agree with
just
that.
So much detail. I'm sorry.
We could be here for hours. We're gonna.
We really could. We really could. We're gonna keep going on the battle pass. I'll just stay here and stare for.
You're going to be able to just languish in this and just soak it all in when it arrives on September 1st. But for now,
I would agree.
We've got to keep it moving.
Not a lot of eagle imagery.
There's so much more to show you. At level 85, everyone gets a legendary artillery selection box, so you can pick one of the big four.
I still don't think I've ever deployed a piece of legendary artillery.
War rocketing everything in sight. This is your moment.
Supply dump is just full of them, but I've never deployed any, I don't think.
At level 90, you can get yourself an epic armor schematic, so you can go ahead and make something from any of the weapon sets that need a schematic. There you go. Treat yourself. What's our emote game looking like?
Bullseye.
What's this going to be?
I love this emote.
I've been hit. Oh,
it is so dramatic. The drama. Just that point as you're going down is just
heart-wrenching.
Love it.
Heart-wrenching. Literally,
you
just stay down bleeding. It's not like, oh no, it didn't kill me. I'm just gonna be dramatic and bleed everywhere.
Yeah, I need a minute. There it is. And just reaching out, stagger back, down on one knee, just recovering. So cool. Cannot wait to get that.
So good.
94.
While they're talking through this, I need
and
to.
of course, powering through to the big milestone.
If I tab this, hopefully you can still hear that. I need to set up all my characters because we're getting ready for the battles in a minute.
Incredible. So cool. Tying into the Leo theming of the horse attire as well. There's so much detail in this, and it looks so cool.
It really
I am going to be rocking this in the Colosseum as soon as humanly possible. You absolutely know it. I'm very, very excited.
And again, the knee.
We got it. Yeah. So there, down here, I feel like I would love it if we could just like zoom in on the knee, but that's we're not going to get into it.
But you got this lion face with the hook and the like shield up behind it that blocks your knee more fully. I love that detail. And again, if I got hit in the face with this, no thank you.
So I think we've generally been a little bit disappointed by some of the skins
with someone wearing this attire. That belt buckle with the Leo, I think it's got a snake in its mouth. That's no joke. We've got a crest again with a lion face on it. The brooch holding the shawl in place, the cape.
Hey, everyone who's joining. We should hopefully be getting to some battles here shortly as their stream comes to an end.
With the scar across the eye, showing that it put up a real fight.
Oh, yeah.
We've got... And where do we even start with the helmet?
All of it.
It's so good. It is so good. So we've got this gilded face
underneath,
completely stoic there, and that sits beneath a triumphant halo with griffins and a lion on it. That looks
ethereal.
It does. It looks so ethereal. And
Happy Bigger, yes, I'm also disappointed in the skins.
As you can see.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think they've gone a little too hard on the gladiator theme and a little too far away from the Roman theme.
Just get your face out, get your cheeks protected, deflect that from any incoming blows. You're looking great. And then you've got your cloak there as well, which has this beautiful...
Just in the background, setting up my units on the CPR server. You might even be able to hear me.
You are definitely not missing any courage with this attire.
Oh. Oh, no. No. And as you progress through, you can get yourself more blades and more glory gift bags as you power through.
I would agree.
Beyond, all the way to level 300, where you can get yourself the title Lord of the Colosseum, which I don't think I'm going to get, but I would really like it. But I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach that. But to those of you who have the power, the will, and the skill to get to that lofty height, the title of Lord of the Colosseum will be yours. But what are you going to do with all these blades? I think we should head over to the seasonal store. We're going to have a look at
the seasonal store. Is there going to be anything particularly
regarding
different in here?
Weapon attires? We have taken a closer look at weapon attires for the seasonal store and have found, on average, weapon attires have a low unlock rate, and there's a reduced interest from players in regard to weapon attires compared to the other attires in game.
I think that's fair.
Veteran players have classic weapon attires, but they are especially attached to. So the team have focused their resources into making 3 new weapon skins that will look stunning in the sands of the Colosseum. The 3 new weapons will be specifically for the spear, dual blade, and poleaxe, and will be available later in the season, not as part of the seasonal store, but instead via special events.
At least we got a poleaxe one.
So
got
look
lucky
forward
there.
to that later on in the season to get your hands on those goodies.
So they're going to do some skins later on.
But
Interesting.
for now, what is going to be in the seasonal store?
I'm kind of with you. I'm not hugely bothered about weapon skins, to be honest. But, you know, hey-ho.
We have got a throwback to Season 9, Tyranny, where we have got some antique weapons that just are barbaric, harrowing, truly scary. I'm not feeling being on the receiving end of any of these.
No, I love the Tyranny weapon skins. I think they look really interesting because they all look makeshift without giving DIY vibes. So they all just look terrifying.
Yeah, they look built with purpose, and that purpose is spite. And
yes, spite and a little bit of tinnitus.
Yeah, you're going to need to.
No
see
new
a doctor
weapon
after you get
skins
hit
yet.
with
Just
that
the
even
antique
once.
ones.
So
3 new weapon
that's
skins coming
really
later on.
You can pick up
season.
an extra Akite's Barding and a Triumphant Leo set here for 2,500 and 3,000 blades apiece. But beyond that, you can also get yourself a short sword and shield, glaive.
This is all just the antique stuff that they do.
Oh, there's just so many spikes on that. I do not want to be shield bashed by that. Are you kidding me?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, no. The antique hooked poleaxe. Those chains, rusty. Yeesh. That's gonna put a little spice on any cut you get from that. The Spear of Chaos. I always loved this Spear of Chaos. The little star at the end of it.
That gets impaled.
Makeshift Nadachi. That looks like I don't think you can cut bread with that. That's gonna mess that up. So no thanks. The Feral Pike. I always thought that was the coolest name. The Feral Pike. I'm like, yep, that's.
I like Pike to be feral.
The Ramshackle musket with its little sticking with the pointy end. Just puts a little extra.
Yeah, these are the old skins.
Great shots that you fire from it.
Into
the crooked oak bow, the short bow of malice. Let me give you a better look at the crooked oak bow. Yeah, look at that. Oof. That is built to me.
I don't know if this is going to be picking up on the background noise. If you're wondering why there's an awful lot of sort of pinging going on, it's because I'm leveling up my hero on the PTR server.
Where if you got close combat would smack with it, those extra spikes. It's nice. That forethought, you know.
That's there we go. I'll give you a clearer shot of the quiver. There it is. I love that. It's just it's just a little wicker basket, but they just thrown a little bit of scrap on there. Reinforce that, toughen that up a little bit, make it look better. The Torturer's daggers for dual blades, and the Fervent Maul, which is just
with the spikes, with the added spikes for that added ouch.
But why? Why? The antique undefeated attire looks so good. The gold detailing on this is insane. This won't look out of place in the Colosseum, not at all. In fact, it belongs. I don't know,
it's not very
in the Colosseum.
Roman though, is it?
It's
kind of if we're doing like a Mad Max style Colosseum, then
again,
I
beautiful
suppose
gold
it doesn't look out of place.
And that stoic face. This is. If you missed out on this the first time through with Tyranny, do not let this go.
Not like a fantasy
without picking it up.
End of the world type season.
We also have the antique tattered henchman unit attire. And, of course, this is your last chance to grab the Antique Thane attire, the Antique Odin attire, and Tyr's Warband attire. They will be available, so make sure you pick those up ASAP. Of course, the standard fare in the seasonal store is still there. Rare armor schematics, treaties. Oh, my God, the little horns. Powdered silver, XP cards, and Lotus Water and bronze coin boxes are still there. So make sure you spend all your blades. Get your money's worth. You've got 10,000.
I'm looking forward to getting to have a look at some of the runes as well.
And they carry over.
You've been saving up too.
I have been saving up. I have. I'm ready. Over on a U1, I'm going to be spending. I'm going to treat myself. So I'm looking forward to that, for sure. With that in mind, we do have the Fame Store as well, which is another place for you to pick up some incredible goodies, but we'll save that for your favorite content creators. We will be taking a deep dive into everything very soon. So
we're going to actually be allowed to show the game soon.
Go poke them and be like, I want to see the Fame Store. I want to see the Fame Store, please.
You can tell them. Blanca said you would show it. Just give. It's fine. Be nice, but they'll show you.
Tell them we sent you, and make them show it to you. That's something we can show right now, though, which I'm sure people are going to be very excited to learn about. The seasonal seal system.
That
will be making a return to the campaign stages this season. Now, there will be no seasonal seal system for Colosseum mode, ranked battle, expedition, and free battles. It's not there. It's everywhere else, but not there.
No Colosseum, no ranked battle, expedition, and free battles are all exempt from the seasonal seal.
Only.
But for everything else, here's the details.
Yes. So we have stage 1, Great Ambitions. It'll be starting with launch on September 1st and going through the 11th. You'll have up to your tier 3 units. There's no equipment set bonus, no attribute bonus, no extra leadership, and you'll have 300 auxiliary points. And then in stage 2, Rising in Flames, starting September 12th through October 2nd, you'll have your units up to tier 4. Yes, you will have your equipment set bonus, but no attribute bonus, no extra leadership, and your auxiliary points will be at 400. So we have the Burning Lands. We got that starting on October 3rd through the 16th. So here you'll have all units, all up to tier 5. All your units will be ready for you. You'll have all your bonuses. You'll be given 40 extra leadership, and your auxiliary points will be at 500. And then on stage 4, Ode to Chaos, starting October 17th. That will go through the 30th. Everything above is the same. All that's the same. But your auxiliary points will be raised to 600. And then our final stage, stage 5, the Supreme Glory, starting on Halloween, October 31st. Yup. You're very excited, I know. Going through November 13th. Everything above will be the same, but your leadership will be raised to plus 100, and your auxiliary points will be raised to 700.
Wow. So you guys get to... You're going to have all your favorite units. You're going to be enjoying so much good stuff. You're going to have units, and you're going to have so much leadership. You're going to have so many units. Just a few weeks of bringing those blues out before you get back to your golds. Don't worry about it. I love it. I think it's a great time because I don't just get bonked over the head by the flails of the Iron Reapers for a few weeks. So I'm excited. That's great. But
understandably,
Halloween is going to be a scary time because of how much
all the extra stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be. Ugh. But the seasonal seal system moves alongside the stages of the campaign. So let's talk campaign. So up first, we have Anadolu and the Borderlands open. Oh, look at them.
Okay,
there they are.
The Territory Wars campaigns.
From September 1st to September 11th. From September 12th to October 2nd.
We'll have a look at that later.
Maoyang's opened up. Here's your chance. Break out into some new territory. Make a mad dash for some land. See if you can't hunker down and make yourself a claim for Maoyang. Into stage 3, which starts from the 3rd of October to the 16th. They are all open. You've got that additional leadership. You've got the 5-star units. You've got both the equipment and armor set bonuses. You've got everything at your disposal to make sure that you have as much territory as you possibly can as we move into stage 4 on October 16th. All the way through to October 30th, where you can attack Reginopolis, the capital of Anadolu. You can make that play. Go for it. And then finally, the ultimate goal of the season. Anliang in Maoyang can be attacked. And that is from October 31st to the 13th of November. I'm
ready to get into a game now. I want to
start playing. You really are. You are.
Thank you for understanding. So that is your final stage, is attacking Reginopolis and Anliang. They're both on the table. Will you be able to take them?
Somebody will. Somebody will prove their skills during the territory wars. But that is not the only place that our players can prove themselves. Yes, it is no surprise that our players are the best of the best and love to show off their skills in ranked battles.
Hopefully
now, over the seasons, we've made changes to rank to bring competitiveness and cooperation to every battle. We've taken your feedback into consideration and plan to bring more changes to ranked battles this season in Colosseum. Firstly, we're going to be getting rid of the star protection and extra scoring for Grand Champion MVP. So removing star protection as it is now, we hope to bring back that competitive feel in the early levels of ranked. And while we hope to see more teamwork in the higher levels by removing the ability to get extra points with MVP.
That is true. But we didn't stop there.
Oh, no.
We've got a brand new points system. Play well in ranked battles and you will accrue points.
Battles.
The top 5 players on the winning team and the top 10 on the losing team will gain points. Those points can be used if you lose a match to help protect your stars. Imagine these as a sort of buffer against losing a star. The more you play, the more you build up, the bigger the cushioning is. When you hit the maximum amount of points, you'll gain an extra star. And when you're Grand Champion, you can use points to protect your score. Now, the points required for each rank will differ and go up the higher you are in the ranks. So, you can see them here. If you lose a match at Arena Hero rank, you could still raise your rank if you've accrued enough points. And since these changes will allow you to gain stars a bit more quickly, we've added stars to Rookie, Contestant, Brawler, Fighter, Slayer, Gladiator, and Arena Hero ranks.
I'm wearing my confused face.
And, as with everything in Conqueror's Blade, we look forward to hearing from you once you get your hands on these rank changes. Let us know, and we'll do our best to continue to evolve ranked battles.
Don't really know what's going on.
Absolutely, but we are not done yet. Throughout the season, Colosseum will continue to get better and better. During the season, some maps will be removed from the regular rotation as the team work to improve them. So look forward to your beloved maps getting a little update. We'll spruce in the near future.
And the community team have continued to champion your feedback across a huge spectrum of features and aspects of Conqueror's Blade. But one that is particularly worth noting is that we have heard your feedback about Tier 3 units. Those brave blues have been the core of so many of our warbands throughout the seasons, and admittedly, some of them are in especial need of some attention to make sure that they shine in the best way they can.
So we're buffing some tier
With that in mind, you can look forward to some adjustments to existing Tier 3 units throughout the Colosseum season and beyond.
Sounds good. Now, some other units are going to be getting some balance changes as well, as we're taking your feedback into consideration. So with launch, you'll be able to see some changes with both the Maul and the Bow weapon classes. Now, for the Maul class, you'll see some stamina consumption adjustments and some damage increases. And you'll be able to find a speed reduction for strike and grapple.
The beloved Maul grab, the iconic ability of the Maul, will be seeing a speed reduction when you pick up an enemy, because throwing someone in armor over your shoulder and then running is tiring.
It's a task. It's a task.
You're going to be
slowing down the movement speed.
Bear that in mind.
The grab.
But look forward to more information on that in the patch notes after release on September 1st. With that in mind, we also have taken in so much of your feedback about the Bow class. You will be able to see some adjustments about hitbox increases, increased projectile speed, increased damage, and drop-off range adjustments as well. All the details will be coming in patch notes, so keep your eyes peeled for that.
All the specific numbers that you'll want will be in the patch notes. No worries.
All you number fans, don't sweat it. They're coming. Don't worry about it.
They're coming.
It'll be nice to be able to actually dive properly into
something that's here right now.
What is here right now?
No, my grab.
Our menus have been getting a little bit of a facelift.
Okay.
So I think here right now we should check out the, I don't know, maybe the J menu.
You know what? I've used the J menu quite a lot. Let me press the J menu right now.
Do it.
Okay.
Very different, right?
Okay.
I like it. So you'll have your matched battles right here. You should be able to see Colosseum and how you would enter a battle there. Under the events, you'll be able to click through each day of the week and see when all of the events are, which is really interesting. So you can plan your schedule, plan your week.
Clear your schedule. If you and the gang are going to be hopping on death matches on Monday, you can be like, look, it's right there. It's clearly 6 to 8. Clear your schedule. This is happening. So it's all here. It's all listed. Free battles, territory wars are mentioned here as well. All the events will be listed here. So this is a great way to see the schedule right in front of you.
You'll also be able to see ranked battle status and how you'll be joining ranked battles when that is open.
I'm not sure it's UI
as well as seeing how many points you have.
All that much cleaner.
Don't worry. Leaderboard is still there. You can still compare. And the ranked reward interface is still there.
Some people saying a similar thing. UI not amazing.
It's all there. So it's a facelift, but none of the core features have disappeared. Don't worry. They're still there.
Can we get into a battle now?
sprucing up those.
No
Back
one
to the
wants
basics.
to.
Back to the basics
No
a
one
couple
cares
times.
about the ladder tutorial.
Go into that.
Please
That is
just let us
also
play a
still
game.
If this
here.
is your first time back in a long time, if you're returning to Conqueror's Blade after a little while, you want to work off some rust, get some practice in, or if this is your first experience with Conqueror's Blade, this is the first place you should come to. Pick up some rewards for doing it as well. Treat yourself. Go for it. Get this practice in. Get those rewards. We love to see it. So that is the J menu. Anything else?
It is also good to note that custom battles will be there as well. They are not on the
Very
PTR because it's the PTR. So when you guys get your hands on the season on the 1st of September, you'll be able to get custom battles there in the J menu as well. But why don't we also take a look at the O menu?
Oh.
Jesus, that was a terrible joke.
Okay. let's scooch over so everyone can see what's going on here. That was terrible.
Oh dear.
So here's the activities page. Looks a little different.
Okay.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot.
I like it a lot.
So we've got our rewards menu is here. You can get
That's
your
just
daily
like the
quests. You can
login
check out the activities interface and the featured tab here. All the important stuff is here, and it looks nice. And you can mouse over, and it does little clicky clicks, and you can check out everything from the O menu, which is just what we wanted to see. Just what we wanted to see.
Absolutely. Now there should be one last menu that's got a little small change, but I love it.
Okay, I'm listening.
The emote wheel. Why don't we take a look at that? I don't think you have any emails unlocked in the PTR
Oh, I do.
yet.
Excuse me.
You do? Excuse me? Can we show it off?
Are you not entertained? Are you not
They've
entertained?
slightly adjusted the emote.
And of course,
It probably is one of the better emotes they've ever had, but still.
take a nasty shot to the chest. Just take a knee. Just take a knee. Just. We might be here a while. Okay, I think I'll get better now. I think I'll get better now. Okay, so there are some minor but impactful changes to just how everything looks. A nice little facelift, freshen up to make sure we're looking as good as we can as we enter the Colosseum. That is what we love to see. I am totally on board for this. But
Now you said some very important words right there, though. Entering the Colosseum.
I can't.
I think they're going to let us play
We
in a
have
minute.
so many exciting things to look forward to. But let's get our hands on some of it right now.
Yeah,
Let's
why
queue
don't
up
we
for
enter
some-
that Colosseum right now?
You know what?
Let's do it.
I'm ready. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to... where are you? Are you in your usual spot?
No. I can get to my usual spot. I'm running back. I was expecting our CCs to be joining us, and they would
Think
all
they're
hang out
gonna
near
let
the
us in
chair, so
soon.
I was off of the distance. But I'll get to my
Oh, I
staircase.
see.
Getting
I
on the
see.
staircase. We're on the staircase. I've claimed the staircase. It is... Oh, hi. Thank you.
Hey, how's it
watch
going?
them have a duel
There we
first.
go. All right, well, I'm ready.
Queue us up. Queue us up. Let's
Let's
go.
make it happen.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's get ready to enter the Colosseum. I am so excited.
Okay. Here we go. We're getting into a match. I think then we can transfer over
There
on
we
the
go.
screen now.
I am ready.
What you on? You on a spear?
I am indeed.
Now I need to
I got
somehow
my
get
dual
onto
blades.
my view.
I've been trying them out
watching-
recently.
Yep.
If anyone's been on our community streams, I've been trying dual blades recently on EU.
So I'm going to pause that. Turn that on. That off. That should be Conqueror's Blade. There we go. Okay. Can you all see me? So you should be able to see me in game now. That should be my mouse spinning around. Should be able to hear me. Can you all hear me? We're in. We're looking good. We're looking good. Should we start with the shields or the javelins? Let's go with the javelins. As is absolutely everyone on our team. Oh dear. Right. Oh, it's nice to be able to finally limber ourselves up and get into game a little bit. On the Colosseum maps, I think this is 6v6 only game modes. Destroy the hosts. Yes, let's do it. It's funny everyone's going for the javelin unit. Just while we were watching that, I was throwing some doctrines and stuff and just sorting out the veterancy line on these units. So let's see how good they are. Oh, good, the emote news is over. Okay, so this is the new map then. This is the new Colosseum map. Oh, goodness. We have to have like a little bit of an... Oh, I'm the only one who forgot to put a skin on. I'm still in the Guardsman basic skin. Oops. My bad. Ooh, what formations do we have? Okay, so what abilities do we have? We have a Doom Throw. Is that an aimed throw? Yes, it is. Let's have a look. So we've got an enemy over there. So we only get one javelin throw then. Oh god! Throw, 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 throw! Oh god, this hasn't gone well. Oh dear, we got utterly slaughtered. That didn't quite go according to plan. It seems most of the team is still on the supply point. Okay, well, we'll respawn with our other unit then. What are these? The Myrmillones Immortals. Classic Evo. Yeah, it was a little bit classic Evo, that was. So what formations do we have on these guys? A turtle, a schildtron, a shield wall. Ow. Form up, form up, form up, form up. Try and hold them with a shield wall. They're getting through slightly. We have got a self heal here, which we can activate, but that's from a rune. Don't really do any damage to them looking the shield wall, but you do see that we push them back, which is kind of interesting. I can't really see my keyboard because I've got my microphone in the way. I wish these guys had like a cover commander ability. These are all enemies. I'm perhaps getting a bit too self-confident again here. Go on, keep back. Get away, Bluntcast. Do you mind? It's very rude. Take down the artillery just so I can't be shot by that again. Form up a shield wall at the top here if they're going to make a push. So we could try and advance them in. I don't know what that's actually going to do. Oh god, it's chaos. I can no longer see what's going on. Oh god, what is going on? I'm going to die. Roll out. Get healed up. Please don't stab me. Oh, you bastard. God. Oh god. Stunned. Oh god. I'm dead. Okay. Well, that didn't pan out interesting. So the one skill is, yeah, it's basically like a charge. So it seems the unit sort of rushes forwards. It was a little bit of a melee, so it's kind of hard to see exactly what was going on there. But the unit basically rushes forwards. We are getting thoroughly slaughtered. We did fairly terribly on both of them. Yeah, everyone's got the same unit skin on. I don't know what this cavalry enters in 9 seconds is. Oh god, this bloody horse is on camera look mode. God, that's awful. So, I guess when the enemy javelin's still alive. What on earth is going on here? Oh, there's like an enemy... There's like PvE elements to this game mode as well, is there? We've got a normal unit of javelins. Not really doing a lot here with just my horse. There are 3 units this season, but you don't get enough. There's not enough. You can't have enough leadership with 700 base leadership to be able to win, to be able to bring them all. And because we're on the PTR, we don't have any. Don't have any extra bonus leadership. Those hussars do loads of damage. Look how quickly they kill people. Absolutely brutal. I'm not quite sure what's going on in this game mode. I don't know if anyone else has worked it out, but there's like both bots and players. It seems like it's like a competitive expedition, is it, or something? Because we're losing, look, on the stage here at the top, but we don't... Is that just because they hold the central point? Am I also dead permanently? Do you only get 3 lives? Oh, you only get 3 lives, I think. Because I'm not respawning anymore as well. All these things, I have no idea what's going on. Well, it looks like we thoroughly got defeated. This is like the splash screen they're talking about. Well, that was interesting. Let's see if we can cure ourselves back up and get into a second match. Yep, you died. I did indeed. Let's give that another go. I think we can do slightly better than that. It was a fairly shocking start. We didn't get off to a very good start, losing our javelins in about 3 seconds flat, getting stuck against about 4 enemy heroes at once. Yeah, so it looks like you can only die 3 times. So yeah, 2 respawns essentially. I know that's something they do on like the Conqueror's Blade League stuff. They have like a limited respawn ability. So I don't know. I kind of like that if that actually is the case. I kind of hope it is the case, but yeah. So while we got fantasy gladiators instead of units, leaders, do the units play fun? Good. Well, we've only had 1 game, and so far it went terribly. So let's see. We should have another go, and then I'll tell you. We might as well just fit another unit in of some sort. Crikey, what a miserable selection we've got available. And none of these have got any doctrines on, so just have to take something. We'll start again with our javelins, see if we can do a little bit better this time. No, not too late. We've only just actually got into the server to start playing some of this. So you haven't really missed very much at all. Let's wait for this to load in. We've obviously got some real players here, so hopefully it's not bots. Bagpipes for the memes. Let's have a look. Let's load in then. So if we can try and keep our javelins slightly out of danger a little bit longer, see if we can actually have a go, just trying to get some of the javelin throws into a group. Maybe Pyan can carry it. Well, he's got the best chance. The third unit is almost like a sort of Sons of Fenrir type gladiator unit. Oh, I still forgot to put a hero skin on. Oh, bagpipes can be good. They're not a bad unit per se. It's getting hot in this room. Right, let's have a look then. So yeah, we only get 1 javelin throw. So it's like a... Jesus, they throw a long way. They throw like a musket shot then. They seem to throw level. Okay, so we've got friendlies on the flanks. Can't activate in time. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so it's relatively damaging. Spear behind us. So what are our other abilities? Spear fishing. What does that do? Oh, they've got flamethrowers. I'm on fire. On the floor. Oh god, the bloody flamethrowers. Damn it. We are dead again. The problem is they're moving as a blob, whereas we're kind of split into lots of different little groups, so it's kind of hard for us to really do much. But we still have our little Myrmillones gladiators. They did get a little decent amount of damage with the first throw, so they obviously do something. They are rather squishy. Yeah, it's going to be whether you can justify the damage. I agree. They did seem quite fragile. Okay, let's move over to the central point. Can you push them around, please, shields? They do seem to nudge a reasonable amount. Slowed. Come back here. God. Right. Let's see if we can find someone to charge them with this unit, because they get like a charge ability with their one ability. I don't know how effective this is going to be. I'm not sure I necessarily intended to go against. These are the AI heroes then, I think. They do a reasonable amount of damage in hand to hand. You can see them nudging through. Go on with the self here. Try and form a shield wall to protect ourselves. Problem with this is going to be always that enemy heroes can just obviously just flank us like that. Oh, look at that. And their charge just pushed straight through our shield wall. Oh, we're a bit doomed here now. Oh. Well, this is not going very well again, is it? They are weak against flamethrowers, but they seem fairly fragile because when I'm just hitting them with my poleaxe, they're taking 2k damage or something like that. So they do seem to have quite low defensive stats.
Hurry up! Follow me! Get going!
Oh, it also doesn't help. I forgot to put any attribute points on my hero, so that would also help slightly keep me alive a little bit longer. Explains why I'm taking quite so much damage.
Hurry up! After me! Get going!
Come back here. Can you die, please? So, we're just stuck into melee with them. Yeah, see, look how quickly they die, even against Rattan. Even against Rattan Spearman. Well, we had some grey hair help at the end. Not really holding up all that well, though.
Hurry up! After me! Stand your ground!
I'm sure that went straight through that horse.
Follow me! Attack at will!
Oh, God, these horses are brutal. Here in a minute. Try and get out if we can so we can stay alive. I think that might be my last death again, is it? Yeah, I think it is. So you definitely are limited to 3 lives. Rattans win. Don't die, Evo. Come on, you got this. Yeah, we're a little bit late for that now. Yeah, they definitely... Rathan's new tier 5. They seem like they do have decent javelin damage, but they only get 1 javelin throw, and it's got a reasonable cooldown on it. So I guess how effective reasonably is that? And then you've also got the fact that they're very fragile. It just seems like the damage isn't that high. The tier 4 shield unit seems interesting. They do seem relatively sturdy, but it kind of the shields seem to suffer the same problems as they all have. you know, in the sense that they still get charged through. Everything's got hit through block these days, so it's kind of not that effective. They don't do that much damage, as you see. They do get a little bit of pushback, which is kind of nice that they get. Is it that effective? Not massively. Yeah, on I don't think you can show the doctrines on here, but I've just got the usual javelin ones on the Atari, like, you know, increased javelin damage, increased javelin block break, and that sort of stuff. I asked you to use J for cavalry reinforcements. Right. I didn't see that. J for cavalry reinforcements. Didn't see that bit, unfortunately. She's just trying to use them. Oh. I mean, they got bullied there, but then I suppose they did get a little bit overwhelmed. That's kind of interesting to see, though. Yeah, they certainly don't initially seem to be that powerful. Let's do a few things. One, let's stick some attribute points on. I think that would be a good start. Because then we might actually stand a chance of surviving as a hero. Let's just go full armor. There we go. At least we're going to be slightly tankier now. We'll go with everyone else and stick on the hero attire. Let's hop into some matchmaking then. I still want to give the javelins another try because I kind of feel like they've got something to them. I think you just got to try and avoid a combat with them maybe. I've not got anything else with any doctrines on them. God, what's going to be a prefecture guards with no doctrines? Be interesting. Bring Senji and throw grenades on the shields. One throw got 4 kills. The T4 jab double throw would triple that, and they get multiple attempts due to high ammo. It's like a bad tier 5. One throw and dies instantly to one burst of flamethrowers. I mean, it's hard in a way. Flamethrowers probably aren't the best example thing to sort of compare them to, because, you know, they're kind of a tough thing to fight against. For any unit, everything struggles against flamethrowers quite a bit. But yeah, I kind of agree. It's not a great sign, is it? Let's give them another go. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. Now at least we've got some attributes on. So we might stand some attempt at a chance as a hero. Let's give this a whirl. Do be sure to give the stream a like if you can. We've only had 60 likes, but I think we've got 140 viewers, so do give it a like because it helps push it out on the YouTube algorithm a little bit more, so please do that. And we shall load in and try not to die, and we'll try and get more than 4 kills this time. Yeah, planning on doing a bit of unit testing later on. I'll join up with King Alpha probably, and we'll do a little bit of unit testing and do our usual video comparing how they fare against sort of different units. Excited to see the tier 3 going up against the tier 4 shields. Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all the likes. Right. Come on, then. Let's keep ourselves alive a little bit more. I'm just going to push... I'm going to turn up the microphone slightly and push it slightly further away, just so I can see my keyboard. There we go. Let's try and stay with the blob. Okay, so we've got some enemy shields coming down front of the map there. Nothing flanking behind us. Let's try and move... Oh, you see we've got guys up there. Can we? What if we just do that? Do they throw in a dead straight line? No. See, let's just melee them then. So you're going for a stab. They do have some decent damage, it seems. This artillery is a bit of a pain, isn't it? They do seem to have decent damage potential. It's just that they are also very fragile. Try and pull around here. Some enemy guys pushing through at the back. And there's obviously only 12 of them, which also makes it a bit of a problem. Oh, these are just the tier 3 guys here, look. We need to push into the centre, really, that's the problem. I don't think anyone wants to go to the centre by the looks of it. Anyone fancy it? I'm back doing my usual... Oh, God. No, just chase them. Go on, stab. Nice. So what does the one ability actually do? Charges at the nearest enemy. Is it actually like a... No, it's just a press charge, not a like aimed charge, like a unit charge. Can you kill him? Where are you going? Yeah, so you see, we do hit pretty hard. Just then push into the back of the shields. I should probably have charged first. So their spear charge is like a stabbing ability. Yeah, okay, I get it. Right. Do we have any supply points on this map? Okay, we're gonna probably die here. So we charge in. Oh, my spear fishing is on cooldown. Try and get out if we can. Right. Do we have a supply point we can go and get a fresh unit then? Dunk. Smack him on the head. Does anyone mind then if I try and grab the little tier 3? See if we can do anything with these guys. Okay, so they're in like a loose formation. Oh god. I don't know what the abilities do. I don't know what the abilities do. I didn't read them beforehand. Seems fairly effective though. So that's just a sprint. So that's the lunge. Oh, okay, that's the lunge and retreat. If I press that, do they auto attack? Okay, they do a bit of damage. They do seem a little bit like Sons of Fenrir. What do they sort of hit for? Hitting for like 1900 against those enemy javelin units. Oh. Can you please ungrab me? Oh dear, and a short sword, not ideal. Nice, he goes down. Okay, let's just get back and heal up. Need some healing. Yeah, we will go back and have a look at the main area as well. I don't know, not a direct plan, but just while the battles are popping off, I'll probably just keep playing the battles for a little while. Oh, so these are the AI units. I still don't really get quite what these do. Oh god, that was effective. Look, it basically just wiped out my unit in one. Okay, they do actually reasonable burst damage, these guys. That's kind of their ability, I think. It's kind of their speed and burst. Look, because then you see how they cleave in, they jump and like cleave down with their weapons. Oh, they are running out of hit points now. Oh, what? We've got fresh unit. Press Chi to call them upon support. Oh, we've got a unit of shield maidens. What? What? Confused, Evo. I guess that means... Well, anyway, I like shield maidens. Let's go to shield cover commander then. So you obviously get like units that you can make use of in battle. You obviously get like support. This is obviously the game mode that they've changed. It's just slightly confusing. Are these enemies here? Yes. Well, there were. Just cut through these Keshigs. Okay, so he retreats back. Looks like we've got about this main point now under domination. Oh, he died. Felt a bit bad for him. Looks like we've got this game in the bag then. I think over time you'll get an extra unit, and killing the bots will also give extra units. So maybe it's by killing the bots, by killing... That's what gave us access to those extra units. I don't think there's anyone else left alive, is there? No, there we go. Okay. Oh, you even get some fame for doing it, which is kind of interesting. Right, let's load out of that then. Let's check the fame store quickly, and let's just run through some of the runes very quickly as well, because that's going to be kind of interesting to see. We killed 28 of the Atari. They don't seem initially like the best tier 5 unit we're going to have. Decent jab damage, a little bit of burst damage in melee, but really fragile. And not enough burst damage in melee to kind of make up for that fragility, I think is going to be the problem. So, let's just have a quick look in the fame store then, just so we can kind of cross that one off our list. Fame store. So, battle XP cards, as per usual, powdered silver. Actually, a different horse from the usual blue one, which I can't remember the name of it, but I've got about 20 of in my video storage now. Rogue set, these are all normal, aren't they? Is that a normal guardsman set? Oh, that's a shame. They seem to have taken away the special, like, frost set armour. XP medals. So stupid. A handful of emotes. Some lotus water, as per usual. Oh, there they put the unit battle XP cards a little bit higher up. The usual doctrine selection box. Fair enough. Can you put your fist down now, please? It looks like he's doing some sort of slightly illegal salute. Schematics as per... Oh, they've got 2 different tiers for unlocking Lotus Water. Fair enough. Then we come down, we've got treaties. The usual doctrine chest. Is this just usual stuff? I'm trying not to focus on him. Nothing special, I don't think, in here, is there? Polearm doctrine, the usual javelin doctrines. They've not introduced any of the crossbow doctrines. No, they've not put like a double shot in or anything like that, or an arrow rain. Okay, so usual just schematic crates. For God's sake, different attire, which looks kind of cool. I kind of like the look of that. Okay. So that's kind of the fame store. Nothing. He's just hailing Evo. That's it. He's doing that. He's hailing Caesar. That's what he's doing. So nothing really different in the fame store. It's just the usual stuff. Just nothing really very special. I want to look at runes. That's it. I couldn't think of the name. So I had a quick look around these. They seem to have put a few different ones in at the moment. So things like this. You nearby allied heroes gain 7% defences. So 7% defence buff is quite significant. It doesn't mention if it's like a triggerable thing though. Like last season, they've had the part that triggers, if you kill an enemy hero, it triggers for 10 seconds and it triggers a set of rune abilities. They don't seem to mention if that's exactly what it's doing this time. But we also have things, headshot damage, reduce range damage, things like that. Maximum stamina increase. Just a flat damage increase, aiming penetration. Combat dismount grants God of Battles for 5 seconds. Okay, it's interesting. Stamina reduction for Maul. Various Nadachi ones. I'm not going to talk about each one. Okay, one for the Dual Blades. Using 2 skills in succession increases defenses by 12% for 6 seconds. So that would be like using pushback and then using bill hook, you know, in succession gives you a 12% defense buff. Although whatever hero you're on is going to be CC'd, so it's kind of irrelevant. A basic attack increase and AP increase. Goodness, not quite what we needed for Pike. Black powder grenade radius increase. Basic attack damage is increased at 10%. By 10% at supercharge. Okay, kind of interesting. Movement speed buff, critical defense. Basic attacks increase critical value by 9 for 6 seconds, stacking up to 7 times. Okay, so increasing your critical value. Killing enemy soldiers. The usual bandaging ones, which basically means you can run and bandage or heal more, basically. Increased movement speed from Mighty Molnar, which is their charge up ability. Iron Size no longer applies its negative effects. Kind of nice for short sword. That'll probably be one you'd be using. Movement speed is increased. Okay. It also triggers Heat of Battle. All damage is increased by 0.3% for every 500 health. So how much health do you normally have in Conqueror's Blade? Maybe 25,000? So what's that? 25, so 50 times. So that'd be like well, that'd probably be worth it. So that would be like a 15% damage increase? Is that right? If you're full health. And presumably that's not based on maximum health, but current health. So like a 15% damage increase if you're full health. Could be worth putting on. Increased by... I had set this on the horse charge. A little bit of a bomb increase for the liquid fire. 8% armor penetration, increased toughness. Full damage, always handy to have. 3% for every 20% health lost. Okay, a bit of a bandage change. Nearby enemy heroes and units have their defenses reduced by 5%. Could be handy. Resilience increased by 5. What's resilience? I don't actually know what resilience is. Is that armor, do you think? Maybe that just means armor. I don't actually know what resilience is. Unless that's a new stat they've put in. The bandage ones, agility increases. No longer affects allies, but 20% more potent to yourself and your units. No matter the distance. Oh, that's nice. Probably quite handy for Glaive, although not so much team friendly. Goodness, that's quite a nice one for them all. Throw a shield for the short sword. Oh, nice. An endless vitality for the longsword. Increase health by 3% for 6 seconds when hitting an enemy. Nice. Reduce movement speed. Stacks of bleed whenever they get hit. Pike. Enables skills with a slow effect. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay, well that gives us a little bit of an overview on some of the runes. Obviously you could end up spending hours going through all the different runes. It's nice that they feel like... I feel like they've changed a few of the runes up. Kind of traditionally they tend to just run the same runes over and over and over and over again. And yeah, it can kind of get a little bit boring season to season. Yeah, that's what I meant. There's, as it says, there's no Roar of the North runes. The way some of them are written, it almost sounded like there should be a trigger to it, almost like a Roar of the North trigger. And you've got to remember, I suppose, that sometimes things do change from the PTR to the final build. So there could be some localization issues. So you just got to bear that in mind, I think. Well, I still want to try and get a bit of a hang of these javelins. I know they're pretty terrible, it seems, but I kind of want to have a good game with them, or at least try to have a good game with them. So let's give them another go. Let's give them another go. Shall load in. People mostly lose march. Okay, makes sense. Oh, it's a skill. Sorry, I got that the wrong way around. I've not played Spear for years. It's a class that I really mean to keep going back to. Maybe it's a good season to go back to playing Spear, actually, to be honest, because it's we've got the Trident, which is obviously the weapon skin for the Spear. Well, I assume it's the weapon skin for the Spear. So it kind of would make sense to maybe give Spear a go this season. Let's have a go. We've got someone who's brought some Senjis, can't even say it, with them. Hey Jack, welcome to the stream. Let's load in. But I'm hopeful to try and get back into the game a little bit more this season. I've kind of, over season 12, I've really kind of struggled to enjoy playing the game and enjoy kind of making videos. But I want to try and get back into it a little bit more and have a little bit of a better sort of pop at this whole YouTube thing. So, let's have a look. Where are we going to go? I want to try and stick with the team, really. I want to try and avoid getting stuck into any melee that I'm not confident of winning. Because they're not that much of a melee unit, they're a ranged unit. Should we try some long range? Are they going to stand there? Should have had a throw at that, really. I kind of want to see how far the javelins can throw. New season seems cool. Why did they have to nerf my maul grab? Well, I can't say I'm too disappointed about that, if I'm honest. But I can understand if you're a role player. It's probably not as much fun. Okay, into the melee then. Throw. 3 kills. So we're not exactly radicalising the course of the battle, are they? 3 kills isn't... And that was into a full sort of stack. Oh, got a hero. Okay. A little bit better. What was that? Another 3 units. And sort of now maybe it would be worth... So you'd use the charge to get stuck in. Okay, there wasn't a lot left. So, I don't know. I can't see that as a javelin unit alone that they are going to be better than a tier 4 javelin. If I was picking a javelin unit for javelins, I'd rather have Jav Sergeants or Imp Javs. To be honest. That's my feeling so far. See if we can get up here, look, and have a... They don't have to range though, that was decent-ish range. Not game-changing, but decent. Try and find some more enemies to get stuck into then. Some people are... You also don't have a... You've not really got a way of really picking off enemy heroes, right? Because you can't... Because it's like such a broad aiming, you've not got like that 3 ability you'd have on Imperial Javs to specifically target an enemy hero. You know, you can one-shot enemy heroes super effectively. Can't really do that. Okay, so we get stuck in, followed by that, followed by our 2 ability. Oh God, stop interrupting me. We sort of beat the Varangians. Did we win that fight? Sort of. If you managed to get it to time okay, I think they could be not too bad. At close range, we did get a decent amount of damage in the javelin throw. We then followed it up with a charge, and then we got stuck in with our spear fishing, which is like our close range jabbing ability. You know, it sort of works. It can sort of be workable. And I think we've got to be careful to not... I don't want to completely write them off, you know. How many times have I said on videos, you know, a unit is this or it's not this, and then by the time you actually get from the PTR into the live server, there's already been changes, or someone else worked out how to play it a lot better, and it actually turns out to be a really good unit. So don't write them off completely. It's just, at least on the initial impression, they don't seem all that strong. I'm liking these tier 3s though, actually, because I love Sons of Fenrir, and to me, that's what they feel like. They're like close range, high damage, that slaughter enemy heroes quite effectively. Cut through enemies quite quickly, bounce around a lot. And now we're getting shot to death by enemy artillery. Pull back and try and get back to the supply point. Get this unit healed up. Yeah, these are the better unit, I think. I think I prefer the tier 3. Really excited for the shield. They do look very cool, the shields, certainly. We'll probably bring the shields back out in the next game. Should we go for them then? Come on.
Pick up the pace. Strike them down.
And then we get stuck in. Bang! Quite effective as a unit. Oh, javelins. Ow, ow. Oh, the javelins do cause stun them when you get hit by them. That's interesting to note. We've got enemy cav coming in here now, which isn't ideal. We need to get back out and actually defend that main objective in the open. Eva, are you ignoring us? No, not intentionally. Why would have I missed? Sorry, it's because I can't. I can't. I'm not capable of both playing. Both playing and see, I can't play and talk. I'm just not capable. Oh, I'm dead now, I think. Oh, no! I'm stuck in the middle of the unit! No! My poor little knockoff Sons of Fenrir. I'm getting killed. Bad streamer. What happens when you press J with a unit? Will that retreat your current unit? Well, we did that J thing last time. Did that pop up on the screen again? I think I missed it. Oh yeah, look, I can spawn in now with some random claymores. So that's probably because we've managed to complete something, isn't it? Come on, we've got to get onto the point.
All troops, follow me! For battle! Destroy them!
No, missed my abilities.
To me!
And we've got a cav charge in. The 4 claymores are struggling a little bit here, I think.
All troops, follow me! Stand ready!
Is that friendly or enemy? Can't see. Nope, I've charged into nothing. Right, we've got to hold this point then. If we lose this point, then it's game over. I probably won't do specific testing on stream. I normally end up hopping over onto King Alpha's stream and doing it with him over there. Someone's got some bagpipes down here. Very fitting because we've got claymores. So this is the J stuff is all to do, it seems, with this new game mode, basically. So you seem to be able to bring in other units. If there's anything left of these spear sergeants, I'll kill them, but I don't think there is.
Spread out and attack! Attack round!
Everyone's just trying to chase down the kills. And there we go. There we go. We secured the win. So, yeah, it's kind of different on the game mode. It's quite a weird game mode. It takes a little bit of getting used to. So I didn't bring those claymores with me, no. They were something that I was given by that game mode. So if I go to unit stats, you see I never had any claymores, didn't bring them with me. That's just one of the reinforcements you can get. But these, how are we going to go for this? Dimitriari seem to be the best to me. Really enjoy them. Play a little bit like Sons of Fenrir. Fast, high damage, but quite fragile. But for me, I quite like that, and they seem to kill heroes fairly effectively, like Sons of Fenrir do as well, which is kind of nice. Well, Eva, what do you think about Season 13 so far? So I think we're certainly mixed. We've got some good things, some bad things. I'm not enjoying things like the unit skins very much. Wish we'd had slightly more Roman-themed unit skins. I think it kind of... I understand why they've done like a gladiator-themed units, but I kind of wish we had slightly more Roman-themed skins. Yeah, I've not played Keshiks for quite a long time either. So let's change out and bring... let's drop the Dimitriari, since they seem a little bit useless. Let's bring our shields back out. See if we can do anything with these guys. And then we'll just bring a, I don't know, just a crappy unit of iron cap swords then. There isn't any weapon skins. That's why we haven't looked at them. Just the antique ones from the previous years. So they've said that there's going to be 3 weapon skins released later on in the season. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. So at the moment, no weapon skins are currently out. Bring flamethrowers. It just seems harsh. It doesn't seem very sort of in the spirit of the game to bring flamethrowers, does it somehow? Some of the rewards of the battle pass. They've still got them stacked into these like pages of different types, so like pages of treaties, which is kind of nice. Nice to have plenty of treaties. Can we see the seasonal store? We can have a quick look at the seasonal store. There's not that much, I don't think, to look at. This is all just the antique attires from previous seasons. Obviously the reskinned versions. Then what have we got? Armour schematics, treaties, powdered silver. Nothing particularly exceptionally new. XP cards. At least they give you a good chunk of lotus water, which you can buy again. So nothing particularly interesting. Although that's quite nice in sort of blue. But yeah, no new weapon skins, unfortunately. This is the horse attire we looked at earlier on, which I'm not really all that keen on as a unit attire, to be honest. I think it just looks a bit weird. Not a huge fan. People are wondering if you'd ever do dual blades. Oh, never say never. I might do one day. My problem is one, I've not got any sort of decent light armor sets crafted. 2, it takes me ages to learn new classes. And then when you're trying to get videos out regularly, it takes quite a long time to learn a new class and still get good footage. So I'm not a huge fan of changing class super regularly. So I'm sure I will play it at some point, probably when I get bored of the poleaxe, but not imminently. Hopefully we'll find another battle here in a minute. It's just reliant on other content creators queuing up, really. There's no other way of sort of skipping through it. I'm overheating here in my room. Why is Eva still on the path of Valor? I'm a misunderstanding something. Yes, because we're on the PTR server. This is the new season, so it's a new character. You know, I'm not actually level 151. Hopefully, this is Q's going to pop off in a minute. Oh, we got 100 unit training plan conversions as a male. I suppose we should have a look at some of the veterancy line, actually. We can actually look at some of the unit stats while we're waiting. So, yeah, they don't have a lot of health, but they do have 15,000 hit points each, but I suppose there's only 12 models in a unit. Increased piercing damage, javelin AP, block rate by 40% on 30% ammo increase, quite a significant ammo increase, and a cooldown. Damage dealt to Cav, Trident's charge damage, Trident charge maximum target count by 1. That's the Trident charge, isn't it? Charges at the nearest enemy and attacks. Yeah, so how do you apply Mark of Death? It's by throwing the javelin. So you're supposed to javelin throw, then you're supposed to Trident charge. Oh, that charges as well. 15% deals high damage against enemies. So, do you charge with the spearfishing or do you charge with the Trident charge? That's the interesting question. But either way, you want to try and get your Doom throw in first. The bottom line is a little bit more sort of damage reduction, but given how fragile they are, I can't imagine it's going to make a massive difference. Okay, yeah, Andrew's trying to explain the press J thing. I think he you know, you all know about as much about it as I do. That's the one that I've got on, is currently that I'm wearing as the level 1 skin. I do love that the sort of scutum shield that they get. And these are my favourite looking units I think we're getting this season. In terms of veterancy lines, what do we get? They don't get much defensive stats for a shield unit, do they? But I suppose they are like half naked, so it's perhaps not that surprising. Increased health, damage to open in formation, there's guard damage, which is the charge. Gaining CC immunity. Damage taken from rear attacks. So what about the bottom line? Blunt defense cannot be stunned by ordinary attacks. More of a defensive. Increase all types of defense by 10%. Problem is when the defense is quite low, I'm not sure it's going to make that much difference. Kind of interesting to see they don't have all that much damage. They're kind of like a shield unit, but they just don't really have all that much damage. 2 charge unit orders. Yeah, it is 2 charge unit orders. But I guess you've got to bear in mind that this is obviously some slightly dodgy localization at the moment. So it could take a while and it could end up getting updated before it actually gets released into the game. Sometimes the wording gets changed around a little bit as it gets improved and, you know, localized a little bit. Everyone's gaming. Can you show the Fame shop real quick? Yeah, we can go and have another quick look at it while we're waiting for the queue. We did have a quick look earlier on. Nothing really out of the ordinary. We're certainly not clicking on that again. So yeah, no, nothing really special. Emotes, schematics, no purple horses, unfortunately. I don't know why they don't stick a purple horse in the Fame store. That's what they did originally, and it was a really good way for sort of most players to earn a purple horse. But since then, they've removed it, and it's really hard to get hold of purple horses. I don't really know why they've done that. It just seems silly to me. But anyway. So you get all the things, and you can get Lord of the Colosseum right at the very end. But this is the level 1 skin, the one I'm wearing. This is the level 1 hero attire. I sort of like bits of it. I kind of like the sort of shoulder pad is kind of cool. I like the fact it's like a bird and it's got its wings almost coming down over its shoulders. That is kind of cool. But I don't know, it's not... it's a bit too fantasy style for my liking, but I think it is quite well made. So it's sort of medium for me. But some people will really like it. You know, it's sort of a... Skin's always a little bit of a personal preference thing. It looks like we're struggling a little bit to get this queue to pop off. Should we just quit and rejoin? Just in case we can get it to pop. It's nice to keep the battles going. The feathers ruined it. Go to skills. Do you have T3? Oh, the T3 unit. So these are the ones I'm enjoying the most, just for their speed. I do get quite a few hit points as well, really. But yeah, you can see kind of their AP and slashing damage starting to creep up quite a bit. So this is the two abilities they have. Lunge. Launches 2 lunges that ignore block and then quickly retreats. Because it ignores block, which is probably what makes it quite effective. Then they leap up for heavy attack upon coming into contact with the enemy and deal high damage and dazing units. Then they launch a series of fierce attacks. So they just have like a frenzy, like a bit like Sons of Fenrir. That's why I keep calling them like new Sons of Fenrir, because that's what it feels like. This is just a doctrine that I've put on. So piercing, armor penetration, lunge, damage to units by 15%, piercing damage, block break by 20%, and lunge cooldown. Each level increases piercing defense, types of armor penetration, damage to units just flat by 10%. They continue their assault without backing when the enemy is below 30% health. Okay, that's presumably this lunge. So when they're below 30% health, they don't sort of lunge forward, strike, and then quickly retreat if their enemy is about dead. They sort of finish them off. Slashing AP, slashing torrent, which is that cooldown. Slashing damage. Attacks during the torrent now daze units, but it says it dazes units anyway. If you came down this line, could you get enough? No, you couldn't, could you? Get 4 points, it'd only get you to here. Piercing defense. I'd probably be inclined to swap this piercing defense for some slashing penetration, and then you'd get 1 point of 5-second cooldown in that as well. So that's probably what I would do. I would be inclined to go fully along the top. Can't click quick enough. You wait, the battle will pop off in a minute now. I'll end up playing around with this a little bit later on, but then I'll probably do... So you're getting the slashing armor penetration increase because extra piercing defense is kind of irrelevant. And then another 5 seconds cooldown on the torrent as well. Because that puts our slashing AP up to 1300 now, which is a little bit higher. No, there wasn't a new hero weapon. I think Varangian Guards would go crazy in the Colosseum mode, possibly. Oh, really? I didn't know that. It's what you can... Huh. Well, thank you very much. I have played this game for almost 4 years and I didn't know you could do that. Well, there we go. You learn something new every day. When did they introduce that? No one told me. Been manually clicking for my whole life. Oh, God. Look, you don't watch this channel for quality. Look, if you thought I was a good player, then I did it recently. Okay, that's at least something. Well, it looks like we're kind of struggling to get any games. Let me ask the king if he's getting games. Let's see if King's ready to do any sort of unit testing. Because it doesn't look like we're going to be getting into games here, so I don't know if they've opened up. Have they password protected it? Doesn't look like it. Let me just test that. Yeah, okay. Looks like it is open to creation. Okay, let me see if I can find Kingdom. What's going on? If we've all got me over being useless about that. Yes, we will. My plan is then normally is what happens. So I then go and find King, and I normally hop over onto his stream, and then we do actually specific testing of the units, and I can sort of record it all, and then I'll create a whole video on it. I'll probably end up doing 2 videos. One video sort of some of the battles, testing the units in battles, and then one unit doing sort of specific 1v1 unit testing. Will probably be my sort of plan. Does anyone else have anything they specifically want to see? Okay, for almost 2 hours, crikey. What horse are you given? Well, we've been given zebras, but you won't actually be getting them in the game. I think they always just give us those. It's got stacks of zebras, but they're I don't know if you can still get them. They still do them for the referral program? I'm not sure if you can still get them or not. Don't forget to get doctrines from the unit challengers. Yeah, we did have a look at them earlier. We can probably see them again. Oh, I don't need that. I don't want to. Don't give me a cutscene. Leap forward and strike as swiftly as a viper. Increases the number of enemy soldiers. Oh, okay. I'll grant you. That's worth unlocking. Let's just make our way through that. Yep, lovely, lovely. Yep. Okay, stick that on then. I'll grant you that is kind of a nice thing to have. Let's find that unit. I could take off something irrelevant. And stick on that. Okay, so then pushing on to the shields. What doctrine do these guys get? Confirm, move through, pay off. What actually is the doctrine? Cooldown. Oh, cooldown on their charge. Probably worth it. Although it's only 5 seconds. I can't remember what their actual charge total cooldown is. Yeah, I'll put everything on. Make sure I get everything on set properly before King's fight. We'll end up adjusting doctrine so we have the same sort of setup. You could turn on the self-heal. There's quite a few options, I suppose, for the sheer spears, because they actually count as a shield unit. There's quite a few things we can do. But since I'm massively overheating, I think we might call it quits there. And then try and get into some battles with King Alpha. I'm absolutely starving. I've not had any dinner either. So I think, guys, we should probably end the stream there. I'm going to try and I'll probably cut the battles into a little bit of a montage for tomorrow. And then probably the day after that, we'll then have specific 1v1 unit testing, something like that. So hopefully a couple of videos to come over the next couple of days. Certainly going to try and make a little bit of a punt at trying to have a bit of a better go at this season compared to last season. Trying to get into the game a little bit more. So I might try and have a little bit of a go at trying to set up like things like the channel memberships properly and the Patreon and stuff like that to have a little bit of a proper punt at YouTube. So we shall give it a bit of a go anyway. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. As I say, videos to come sort of tomorrow and Sunday, so keep an eye out for them. Thanks everyone for watching, and well, I'm always looking at the chat, but you're over here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you all on the next one. See you later, guys.